two really big two receivers. His DB's on good.
I cannot believe they lost that luggage. I know just the man that can help us out. Hey, we got a wardrobe emergency. You came to the right place.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Atlanta Falcons.
For San Francisco.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. We'll get this just past the 20, but marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to go up top again. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Turn that time, 18 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a quick start. Defense is such a team that's so good.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 40 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more, to put it mildly. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
It's set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that should first with the ball, the biggest to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ryan. He'll have a first down past the 30. And all the way out to the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
It's a gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This time Ryan will throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off.
This drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And they showcase the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Ryan. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Sterling Crawford there at the kickoff for the Falcons.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, didn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
Falcon territory. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
He's across midfield.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Two catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
49ers.
First and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Brooks Reed with a tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. On the move to his left. This will be caught at the 5. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. This is Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score, Niners 14, Falcons 7. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. He's trying to get it to Ridley. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. This game continues because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. For the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Ball carrier.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
It's a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Mostert, run left. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The 49ers.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
2-yard line.
Now Gurley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then...
And he lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
At the 36-yard line.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
46-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that
he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On first down, Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sterling Hoffrichter there to kick off for the Falcons.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
On the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Julian Edelman. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Right at midfield.
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davis.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. Terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Falcons.
Play action, Ryan. game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
San Francisco.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2 yards.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And it's 3rd down.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Big hole to the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 31-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Here's Mostert. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one.
Short of the goal line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Tonight's final score, Niners.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.